Can you feel it? That tightening in your chest? When you hear the numbers, Key Point Health Services, they ask for $1,620 every single month, a figure that hangs heavy in the air, for care, they say. But at what true cost, my loves? Now let this sink in, deep into your soul. The people they serve. Many rely on SSI, just $940 a month. That's their lifeline, their thread of existence. How can this be? The math doesn't whisper. It screams injustice, doesn't it? Imagine that moment. The bill arrives, cold, impersonal, demanding more than you have, more than you are. A constant shadow, a relentless pressure. Is this healing? Or is it a new kind of hurt, a wound that festers, day after devastating day? This isn't just about money. Oh no, it's so much more. It's about dignity. It's about fairness. It's about a system that feels broken, a system that asks the impossible, and we together must ask why. Why, Key Point? Why this way? The silence is deafening. Let's talk truth. Plain and simple. $1,620 from $940. It doesn't add up. It just doesn't. There's a deficit, a gaping hole, not just in finances, but in hope, in spirit. How do they bridge this chasm? Do they go without necessities, without small comforts, the things that make us human? A warm cup of tea, a new pair of socks, a call to a loved one. Are these luxuries now, for those in need? Under Key Point's grand umbrella, the weight of this debt, it must be crushing, a daily reminder of what you cannot afford, of what you owe. Imagine that feeling, waking up to it, going to bed with it, a constant companion, this gnawing anxiety. How can one heal? How can one find peace when survival itself is a battle, fought with empty pockets and a heart full of worry? This isn't just a financial crisis, it's a human crisis, a crisis of spirit, and it's happening right now, under our very noses. And while these souls struggle, while they count every penny, what of Key Point Health Services? Do they share this struggle? The whispers tell a different story, a story of growth, of expansion, new houses, more locations, spreading their reach, further and wider. How, you ask, how can this be? When patients are sinking under the weight of fees they cannot bear, where does this money come from? This capital for growth, these resources for expansion? It's a question that burns deep in my heart. Is it built on their hardship? Is their pain the foundation for these new properties, these expanding services? It's a chilling thought, one that makes you pause, makes you wonder about the true mission, the real purpose behind those welcoming doors. We see the buildings rise, impressive, solid, a testament to something. But to what exactly? Success or something else? Something more troubling, when the people they vow to serve are left in financial despair. The contrast is stark. It's a story that needs telling. Now, let's talk about a word, a powerful word, non-profit, Key Point Health Services. They wear this label like a badge of honor. It suggests altruism, a mission beyond money, service above self. Is this the reality we see? A non-profit organization? Typically, it means something. Profits are reinvested into the mission, into helping those they serve, not into creating hardship, not into financial strain, for the very people they are meant to uplift. This is where the questions begin. Is this label a shield? A clever disguise, perhaps, to mask something else, something less noble? When patients pay so much more than they have, and the organization thrives, expands its domain, one has to wonder, one has to dig deeper. The term non-profit, it should inspire trust, it should mean sanctuary. But when practices feel predatory, when the numbers don't align with the supposed mission, that trust erodes. It crumbles piece by piece, leaving behind a bitter taste and a burning sense of betrayal. Section 5. Behind the facade. Where does the heart lie? So if they are non-profit, as they proudly claim, where does the money truly flow? This surplus, this wealth that allows for such growth, such impressive expansion, while individuals suffer. This question echoes, doesn't it? It demands an answer, a clear, honest answer. Is it poured into executive salaries, into lavish overheads, into ventures far removed from the daily struggles of those paying $1,620 from their meager $940? These are not comfortable questions, but they must be asked, for the sake of transparency, for the sake of justice. A true non-profit heart beats for its community. It feels their pain. It shares their burdens. It doesn't add to them. It doesn't build its kingdom on the backs of the vulnerable. That is not the spirit. That is not the promise of a non-profit calling. We must look beyond the label, beyond the polished brochures, beyond the reassuring words. Actions speak louder, darlings, always louder. And the actions here, they paint a picture of disparity, a picture that raises alarms and breaks a little piece of your heart. Section 6, pennies for dignity, the $11 question. Now let's get personal, intimately personal. Imagine your entire week, everything you need, everything you desire, boiled down to just $11. $11. That's the allowance, the personal needs allowance, given to these patients. From that $1,620 they pay, from their own limited funds, they are handed back. This tiny, almost insulting sum, $11. To cover what exactly? Toiletries, a haircut, a bus ticket to see family, a small treat to lift the spirits. How far can $11 stretch? It's a figure that shocks. It truly does. It speaks volumes about perceived worth, about dignity, or the lack thereof to manage one's life, one's small personal needs, on such a pittance. Is this humane? Is this fair? Think of the choices, the impossible choices, that $11 forces upon them every single week. Shampoo or soap, a birthday card or a bus ride. These are not choices. They are sacrifices, small, silent sacrifices made in the shadows of care. Section 7, a whisper of rage, the emotional storm within. Can you feel it now? The anger simmering, the frustration building. This isn't just about dollars and cents. Oh no, my friends, this is about human emotion, the raw, unfiltered truth of living under such strain, such perceived injustice, day in and day out. Imagine the helplessness, trapped in a system that claims to care, yet demands so much and gives back so little. In terms of personal agency, that $11 allowance, it's not just a number, it's a symbol of disregard, perhaps. There's a quiet desperation in the eyes of those affected, a weariness in their spirit. They came seeking help, seeking solace, support. Did they find a new burden instead? A financial vice that squeezes the life, the joy, the hope, out of their fragile existence, this anger, this frustration. It's valid, it's real. It's the cry of the unheard, the sigh of the overlooked, a silent scream for fairness, for understanding, for change. It's the human heart rebelling against a system that feels cold, unyielding, and utterly, deeply wrong. Section 8. Echoes in the silence. Their stories must be heard. If these walls could talk, if these hearts could truly speak, what tales would they tell of Key Point Health Services and the life lived within, under the weight of expectation? One might whisper, I miss fruit. Fresh fruit is a luxury now. We must become their voice. A chorus demanding to be heard. Their stories are the key to understanding and to change. Section 9. Igniting change. Our souls demand more. So, what now, my friends? We've heard the numbers, we've felt the disparity, we've questioned the claims. Do we simply turn away? Do we allow this to continue? Our hearts, our souls, they cry out, no, no more. This cannot be the end of the story. That $11 personal needs allowance. It's more than just a sum. It's a challenge to our conscience, a challenge to the system. It needs to be questioned, loudly, boldly. Is this truly sufficient? For a life of dignity, for basic human needs, and Key Point Health Services, their non-profit status, their expansion, their demands. These things require scrutiny. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Transparency is paramount. We must ask for it, demand it even, for those whose voices are too often lost in the shuffle. This is our call to action, to speak up, to inquire, to support those affected, to challenge practices that feel unjust, unkind. Let us ignite a conversation, a movement for fairness, because everyone deserves care. True care, compassionate care, not a balance sheet that breaks the spirit. Our shared humanity demands nothing less.